like they was tit for tat. Like if nobody would put water. Like instead of shit, saying, hold on, nigga, that's it. You know, they was fire for fire. So when I get on the plane, after they say my security came wrong, Pac right here, another nigga right here. So I walk on. Niggas don't say nothing to me. So I sit down, and I'm like, they still don't say nothing to me. Now we finna take off. And I'm like, all right, I see what's finna happen. I've been around these niggas, I know how they get in. I grab me a knife and a fork, get my blanket, put my blanket over my eyes, so like they right up under here. 5.5 hours like this. Sit in the back of the plane, all the way in the back. I'm the last seat. So nigga, if somebody gonna get killed, nigga, if I'm gonna get killed, somebody dying with me. I'm just my back against the wall. 5.5 hours.
So if you felt like they was gonna kill you, Snoop, wouldn't you want to kill one of them? Or maybe both of them, Snoop?
They roll the little stairs down. Oh, the niggas go out first. My Rolls Royce right here, Pac Rolls Royce right here. Go down the stairs, Pac go down. I go down, I'm like, Pac, you going to Vegas to the fight, cuz? The nigga like, that's the last thing I remember from cuz.
If that when y'all ran the play down on bro. Now I want you to listen to Snoop Dogg saying, he was the one asked Pac, was he going to Vegas? That's very significant. And also, I want you to pay attention about this radio that Snoop and Warren G said something about.
Going back, he asked me to ride with him. I said, okay, fine. He explained to me that my radio, which was a Nextel radio, a handheld set, and a telephone, that my backup bodyguard, which his name is Kevin Hackey, who was with Tupac while I was on vacation, had my radio and he was still in LA. My backup bodyguard, which his name is Kevin Hackey, who was with Tupac while I was on vacation, had my radio and he was still in LA. And Reggie told me that he was pissed at Kevin because he did not turn in the radio. He was not where he supposed to have been at the time for me to get the radio, which would have been brought to Las Vegas.
I looked out the house and Snoop was outside in a white motherfucking Rolls Royce with the peanut butter inside. It was clean with the top down. And then he got a, you know, just like a gang of homies, gang of homegirls, and then it's like, then he had this the Nextel back then. Remember the motherfucker? Yeah. I don't know what kind of Nextel he had, but he had the motherfucker could go that whatever it was hitting him all the way from what was going on from Vegas. So they was like, we could hear the shit, and then he started getting calls and shit, and they was telling him that Tupac got shot and da-da-da-da-da. So Snoop, I kicked everybody out. Get the fuck out of here, everybody. Get out of here. And then he took off. That's when he went to Vegas.
So let's say the security guards was in on it, some of them, the bodyguards. Let's say the theory with Reggie White. Let's say Reggie White, all of them was in on this. And they weren't able to get the radio because Snoop probably paid. So that's why he needed the radio to make sure it really happened. I don't know. What y'all think?
When you had a radio, and you was at the fight rules and we had a security detail. I'm not having security doing the radio. Two, we always go to the fight together. We always go to the club together. Even needed that half-ass watered down movie on Pac, and he said, "You gonna be at the fight?" and all that type of shit. So then all of a sudden, Warren said that on the stage runner, they listened to the radio and they hear the gunshots. And basically somebody told them, we got him, or they got him.
I should say, damn, Warren, you shouldn't have said that.
So how would you know that? Why would you have a play-by-play on the radio? I kicked everybody out. Get the fuck out of here, everybody. Get out of here. And he took off. That's when he went to Vegas to go see him. And that's when he went out there when he went to the hospital. But if I wouldn't have talked to him and got him to come over to my house, he probably would have been right there in the car with them. He said Snoop kicked him out, then he came to the hospital. Snoop never came to the hospital, period.
So I walk up to him like maybe 3 hours into the flight.
You walked up to him, Snoop.
You going to Vegas, guys? He turned on me like this. He started talking to somebody else.
Let's hear what somebody else got to say.
The night Tupac got shot. No. You were not in
Shout out to Discretion TV, man.
Tupac Shakur got shot.
No. As a matter of fact, the night he was going to Vegas, I was sitting in the car with Snoop. When he pulled up beside us, they was in the Rolls Royces, and he looked at Snoop like, hey, y'all, you ain't going to Vegas? Snoop was like, nah, man. All right, man, be careful.
So you asked Snoop. Boy, that's cold.
He pulled up beside us, they was in the Rolls Royces, and he looked at Snoop like, hey, y'all, you ain't going to Vegas? Snoop was like, nah, man. All right, man, be careful. Peace. I feel like they finna try to do something. Mm-hmm. So when I get off the plane, we land. He walked out. I got a Rolls Royce, he got a Rolls Royce. He walked down the steps, I walked down the steps. We meet right here. I'm like, cuz, you going to Vegas? Pulled up beside us, they was in the Rolls Royces, and he looked at Snoop like, hey, y'all, you ain't going to Vegas? Snoop was like, nah, man. All right, man, be careful. Peace, man. I'm like, cuz, you going to Vegas? He do me like this. And when his way, he went my way. Next time I get a call, you know, niggas like, turn on the news, guys. I'm at Warren G house. We turn on the news, see yellow tape, Suge, BMW. Call Suge, he like, yeah, hey, Bobby Woo, come on out here, man. Drive out there, I see him in the bed, laid up, no words, no conversation. I see Jesse Jackson, his mama. His mama pulled me to the side. She made me feel like a real player. She tell me, my baby loved you, and I love you, and I don't care. She just hit me with what I needed to hear. You know, coming from my mother. She was strong at the time. Everybody else was crying and breaking down. She was real strong. And she just held me real tight, and she just said a prayer with me. And I know I went there, I hollered at him for about 20 minutes, and I went in the bathroom, I fainted, I threw up. I just was like, I was going to get half-ass watered down movie on pot. And he said, you gonna be at the fight? And all that type of shit. So then all of a sudden, Warren said, as I'm a stage runner, he listened to the radio, and he heard the gunshots. And basically somebody told him, we got him, or they got
should say, damn, Warren, you shouldn't have said that.
So how would you know that, and why would you have a play-by-play on the radio?
I kicked everybody out. Get the fuck out of here, everybody. Get out of here, man. And he took off. That's when he went to Vegas to go see him. And that's when he went out there when he went to the hospital.
Then he came to the hospital. Snoop never came to the hospital. Period. Then he came to the hospital. Snoop never came to the hospital. Period.
See, but it ain't hard. He got tubes in him, and it's like, when I walked in, I could just feel like he wasn't even there. And I fainted. Then his mother, you know, got me up and walked me in the bathroom and had a conversation with me about being strong. She was like, my baby ain't never seen you weak.
Then he came to the hospital. Snoop never came to the hospital. Period.
I see Jesse Jackson, his mama. His mama pulled me to the side. She made me feel like a real player. She tell me, my baby loves you.
Conversation.
And I love you. And I don't care. She just hit me with what I needed to hear. You know, coming from my mother. She was strong at that time. Everybody else was crying and breaking down. She was real strong. I say a week before he died, we was best of friends. 2 days before he died, I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York, and shit had happened. New York niggas that shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst shit you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like them niggas. I want to do some music with them. And I just rubbed Cuz the wrong way. Like, nigga, fuck
Why
them
wouldn't
niggas.
it, bro? Think about it.
Trying to kill me. Niggas shot at you. And you talking about you want to do a song with them niggas? I wasn't thinking
Shout out Discretion
about his
TV.
emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked them niggas' music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. There's video footage of all of us hanging out.
But nigga, you
Pop,
know when it's
Biggie,
on, nigga.
Shoot, all of us together. Prior to Death Row. Just on some regular shit.
But you know when it's on, Snoop.
That to me, I never seen myself getting involved. Even when he played the video for me to hit him up. Even when he played Hit Him Up the song, I didn't like the song.
Did you feel like it was
I didn't
too
like
much?
it.
Right.
But they could diss him
I didn't
though.
like it. Like,
Come on,
I didn't like
Snoop.
the shit. Like, it wasn't like
Snoop
shit
with
to
the
me.
gangster shit
Nigga was
sometimes.
you buying more problems, cuz. Like,